What's up, Internet? Dan Casey here, coming to you from the back alleys of Carnival Row in Prague. It's a neo-Victorian fantasy series starring Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne that's honestly one of the most impressive and immersive sets I've ever been on. I'm in one of the back alleys right now because over there the main unit is hard at work bringing this magic to life. And I'm just so thrilled to show you guys a little taste of the sort of incredible fantasy storytelling, immersive world building, and this frankly jaw-dropping production design that is surrounding me in 360 degrees. So today we're going to take you deep behind the scenes and show you how Carnival Row went from concept to creation. In fact, I brought a few of my friends along with me, so let's go meet them. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi, Dan!
How you guys doing? All right, we have Erica Ishii, Amy Vorpahl, Lisa Pearl. What do you guys think of Carnival Row so far?
I'm already a fan of the show, and so I'm really excited to be here in this whole world. And I've only seen snow fall from the sky once before in my life.
I mean, Dan, it is so real. And I can't get over it. There's Victorian vibes, there's the film noir vibe, also a dash of fantasy. It's ticking all my boxes.
It's so incredible how much detail has gone into this set because every nook and cranny has like vines and posters and gorgeous candle walls. Like, it's incredible.
Well, I hope you guys are ready because we're going to add some details of our own. We're going to be working with the show's creators to make original characters that are going to exist in fiction. We're going to create these characters from the ground up. I'm talking full costumes, makeup, special effects, you name it. We're going to become characters on Carnival Row.
Oh my God! Characters in Carnival Row?
Yes. And then we're going to play these characters in a tabletop role-playing game on Nerdist and Geek and Sundry. So get ready, we're going to go on one heck of an adventure.
I've only ever built a character by rolling dice.
I'm super stoked for it. So before we meet the amazing artists working their magic on Carnival Row, we're going to go sit down with the narrative alchemist who first conceived of this wild world, series creator Travis Beacham. So let's go meet him.
Yeah!
So folks, I am here with Travis Beacham, the creator of Carnival Row, and we're about to get super nerdy with it. What is Carnival Row? How do you conceive of it? Where did this idea come from?
I wrote it in film school about like 15 years ago. It was kind of a cyclone of influences. Like I'd just gotten back from a trip to England where I'd seen the Royal Shakespeare Company do like a very dark interpretation of Midsummer Night's Dream. And I was reading a lot about Celtic mythology and reading about Jack the Ripper and, you know, in film school, so watching a lot of film noir. And then somewhere in all that, it all just came together into this idea. It became the thing that really launched my career. I couldn't get the world out of my head.
But you really created this whole world. There's multiple continents. There's Tiranoc, Ignota, Mesogea. Tell us about those.
The world can be divided into two hemispheres. There's the hemisphere of man, and there's the hemisphere of all the other creatures. In the hemisphere of man, it's the continent of Mesogea, the center of the world, where all the imperial power is. And in the other hemisphere, you have two continents kind of connected to each other, Tiranoc and Ignota. And Tiranoc is the classical world where all the Fae live, and Ignota is where everything else is, the Tro, the Pucks, and other species that we haven't met yet.
Obviously, we spend most of our time in Mesogea, specifically in a city called the Burg.
Yeah.
So what is the Burg? How do you conceive of this?
Initially, it was very London-like. It has a kind of Venetian quality about it. Like you have this city-state, but it's an imperial city-state. It has colonies, it has territory. It's kind of been in a state of decline. The empire's been in a state of decline. They've lost a few wars. They've lost some colonial holding. There's this idea of flagging glory in the Burg, and that's sort of where we're coming into the story. It speaks to the atmosphere in the city, and it speaks to the tensions in the city, because they do have all these immigrants, all these refugees from foreign wars. Probably the most volatile tensions are between the working class humans and the Fae immigrants, because it's the Fae immigrants that are sort of getting those jobs that the working class humans can't get. Part of the initial impetus to the story is wanting to ground fantasy. What we did was we wanted to take the archetypes and what people think of in their mind, and so in this world, that fairy tale archetype becomes the racial stereotype.
As you may know, we are going to be making some original characters that are set within the world of Carnival Row. So I'm wondering if you can help me and my friends create these characters, because obviously, who better to talk to about this than yourself? So
absolutely, yeah,
awesome.
No, that sounds
okay,
fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's bring them in.
All right,
sweet. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi!
All right, so this is Travis. Travis, these are my friends. This is Amy,
Good to meet
Eliza,
you.
Erica.
Good to meet you.
Hello. Hi,
And
Travis.
we're going to be making some characters. They're going to exist in this world, and hopefully you can give us some help. I was thinking thinking, I kind of want to play someone who is like a fixture on Carnival Row, someone who is a position of authority, but maybe is involved in some illicit or morally gray activity. So who do you think would maybe be right for that?
It sounds like a constable, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Justice takes many forms in the burg, and its most visible form is the constabulary. They are tasked with keeping the streets safe and sound, unless those streets are in Carnival Row. With so many politicians vying for control of the city, nearly every member of the constabulary is in someone's pocket. That goes double for the members of Constabulary number 6. They say that money can't buy you happiness, but it certainly can buy you a constable or two.
Well, I was thinking, first of all, just watching the show, such a big fan of the creatures. I also like the idea that on Tirnanok, there's this huge war. I want to play a character who's fierce, very involved in the war, probably killed a bunch of people. Someone who was like on the front lines in the war back in Tirnanok in the homeland, but has actually found a new side to herself on Carnival Row that she really loves. So I already imagine that my character can't have children, and perhaps she's actually fallen in love with taking care of the human children on Carnival Row.
Cool. It sounds like a Puck nanny.
I was hoping you would say Puck.
Although actually it should be a fawness or a fawn nanny, because Puck is a mild racial slur.
So my character might say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a good guy.
Fawns, or pucks as they are known to more xenophobic residents of the burg, are an ancient race that originated along the west coast of Ignota. Marked by their curled horns, furry legs, and cloven hooves, fawns are a hardy, sturdy working-class people who typically toil away in factories in the burg or work as nannies and housekeepers. With their homeland in political turmoil and the fawn empires in freefall, many have left their homeland behind in search of a better life in the burg. Nothing could have prepared them, though, for what awaits on Carnival Row.
Well, I am a fan of characters who love to absorb knowledge and who have a lot of lore and history. I also really would like to play someone who's connected to the homeland in a really visceral way. I think whoever I play in the war had a role, and someone who probably had to step up during the war and help out either as a healer or a medic of some kind.
It sounds like a Mima, a fairy priestess, kind of the scholar/religious class.
Among the Fae, the Mima are regarded as spiritual leaders, priestesses who preserve the traditions once practiced in the fairish homeland of Tirnanok. Driven from their homeland by warring human factions, the Fae now live a hard-scrabble life in the burg, where they are met with disdain, scorn, and violence from their new neighbors. In a world that wants nothing to do with them, many Fae find solace in the spiritual guidance of the Mima.
Fairy priestess sounds cool as hell.
Fairy priestess. I could do that. I could like that.
I want to be roguish and swift and dexterous and sexy. The sort of person who would flout Dan's authority, but with like a soft, emotional core held over from a time before the row made me hard.
This sounds like probably a member of the Black Raven.
Every major city has its seedy underbelly, an underground network of criminals, cut purses, and spies who operate outside the law. And Carnival Row is no different. Lurking in the shadows, skulking in the darkness, and as quick to give you a burgish necktie with a flick of their blade as they are to disappear into thin air, the Black Raven are perhaps the #1 menace to traditional concepts of law and order. Whether you need information or you need an assassination, the Black Raven will get the job done for the right price.
Awesome! I would be so awesome. We're gonna get wings. We're gonna get
And I'm gonna get horns.
And I can already tell I'm going to be at odds with at least 2 of you. Definitely Erica, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a problem.
Awesome. Travis, thank you so much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
all your help
Thank
with
you.
this.
Thank you.
These sound like really awesome archetypes that we can work with to help craft these characters. So I think now we're going to go meet the very talented heads of department of the different artists working on the show so we can bring these characters to life.
I look forward to seeing you guys on the Carnival Row.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on the first episode of Into Carnival Row. Over the course of this 5-episode series, we're going to create original characters that will live and breathe in this incredible fantasy world. Along the way, we'll have exclusive interviews with the stars of the show, and we're going to get a first look at all of the amazing artistry that goes into making Carnival Row a reality. So join us next time as we dress to impress in our custom costumes in the next episode of Into Carnival Row. Be sure to tune into Carnival Row, the new hit TV show from Legendary Television and Amazon Prime Video, available to stream this Labor Day weekend.